Macy Cunningham. I am doing my teaching video, and this is a cell in the organelles in the cell. So this is my cell that I designed. So I'm going to start with the plasma membrane. So the plasma membrane is just the necklaces that go all the way around the cell here. The function of the plasma membrane is to protect and provide structural support for the cell. And it basically keeps all the organelles intact and makes sure that nothing goes in or comes out that isn't supposed to. So that is the function of the plasma membrane, and I chose these necklaces because I thought it just captured that visual very well. I also thought like the chain of the necklace of the necklace here, they look like they remind me of like the phospholipid heads in the membrane. So I just thought that was kind of a creative little idea there. Next I have my nucleus, which is this guy right here. It says ELF on it. The function of the nucleus is basically just telling the cell what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and how it's going to happen. It's just going to determine how something is going to turn out. It's the brain of the cell. So I chose a makeup primer is what that is. I chose a makeup primer as my nucleus, to use as my nucleus, because whenever you use a makeup primer, it kind of determines, using a makeup primer can determine how long your makeup's going to last, or how good it'll last, or how good your makeup will turn out. So that's kind of why I used a makeup primer. Next, I have my mitochondria, which is this perfume right here. So the function of a mitochondria is to produce ATP energy for the cell. It's the powerhouse of the cell. And I used a perfume as my mitochondria because whenever I wear perfume, I just feel like I get a boost of energy. I just get a boost of confidence. I get an overall boost of energy. And I feel like that is what mitochondria does. It just gives energy. So I use perfume for that. Next, I have my lysosome right here. And this is my lysosome. This thing right here is just a face exfoliating mask for your skin. And the function of a lysosome is to get rid of dead cells in the cell. And so I used an exfoliating skin face mask because whenever I'm using this mask, what my goal is to get rid of dead skin cells on my face, is essentially what I'm doing. So those two things I feel like go hand in hand. The vacuole, or the lysosome, gets rid of dead cells within the cell, and then this face mask helps to get rid of dead skin on your face. So next I have my Golgi apparatus. This right here, this little package right here. The function of a Golgi apparatus is to package and transport materials throughout the cell where they're needed. And I just used an empty packaging, just to say like, this is an empty package, so I could essentially put anything in this package and take it wherever I want, send it wherever I want, and for a specific purpose. So that is why I used an empty little package here, just as my Golgi apparatus. Next I have my vacuole, which is this cotton round right here. This cotton round is my vacuole. The function of a vacuole is to get rid of all the waste or all the unwanted things within the cell. That is where all the unwanted things go in the cell, is to the vacuole, and that is the function of the vacuole. So whenever I use cotton rounds, my goal is to get rid of things on my face that I don't want. So I'm using cotton rounds to remove my makeup, or I'm using them to just cleanse my face, or anything like that. That's what I'm using, is a cotton round, and I feel like those the function, or my purpose for using a cotton round and the function of a vacuole go hand in hand. So next I have my endoplasmic reticulum, which is these bobby pins right here. I use these bobby pins to kind of resemble an endoplasmic reticulum, which I know it doesn't look like the endoplasmic reticulum. The actual ER like looks more of like a maze, but I put it in kind of the shape of a hallway or a tunnel because I feel like that's what the ER resembles. And I chose to use bobby pins just to kind of capture that visual of the function of the ER, because it resembles a tunnel functioning as a transporting and storage system for the cell. So that's kind of what I did, and then I just kind of put them around like the nucleus here, just to kind of say like this is the nucleus. But yeah, this is my endoplasmic reticulum, and then these little hair ties here, these little elastic bands there, those are my ribosomes. The function of a ribosome is to make proteins and to form proteins. Whenever I use little elastic hair bands, I am using them to essentially form hairstyles, to complete a hairstyle, whether that's a ponytail, a braid, whatever it is. That's what I'm using to form hairstyles. And so my purpose of using these hair ties is the same thing as the function of a ribosome in forming proteins. So this is my cell, and this is all of my cell. And yeah, thank you very much.